Nothing changes until the day you decide to return to yourself. This day does not arrive with a big explosion, nor with a clear sign, nor with someone telling you what to do. It comes in silence. It comes disguised as tiredness, as dissatisfaction, as an emptiness you try to ignore, but that keeps calling you. It is that moment when the world around you seems to have lost its meaning. Conversations feel shallow. People feel distant. Everything that once occupied your mind now feels heavy, exhausting, suffocating. And you realize, even if you don't want to admit it, that you are living on autopilot, fulfilling routines that do not fit you, trying to meet expectations that were never yours, carrying pain that was never meant to belong to you. And it is in this almost invisible moment that something inside you begins to wake up. It is not a loud cry. It is not a sudden moment of enlightenment. It is simply a soft question, quiet but impossible to ignore. And where am I in all of this? You try to continue. You try to pretend everything is fine. But the question returns. It follows you in silent moments. It appears on days when you should feel happy, but you don't. It shows up in the emptiness you feel even when you are surrounded by people, in the anxiety you cannot explain, in the constant need to prove your worth as if you are always behind in something. And deep inside you know something is wrong. You know this life you are living is not truly yours. That the version of yourself you wear every day was built to fit what others wanted from you, not what you really are. For a long time you believed you needed to be everything for everyone. Strong, understanding, patient, the one who never complains, who never breaks, who always stretches a little more. And so, you slowly disappeared, one piece at a time, one drop of soul per day, until one day, you look in the mirror and you no longer recognize the person standing there. Your face is tired, your mind is heavy, your heart is full of scars no one can see, because you became an expert in hiding, smiling so no one worries, giving in so no one leaves, staying silent so no one gets upset. But by doing this, you lost yourself. This is the most dangerous point in life, when you do not feel enough pain to react, but also not enough joy to continue. It is a limbo, a place where nothing hurts you, but nothing heals you either. It looks like peace, but it is resignation disguised as calmness. And here, a question appears, the one that changes everything. How long will you keep betraying yourself? There comes a moment when you must stop, not to run away, but to return to yourself, to collect the pieces you left behind, to see who you have become and who you really are. This return is not beautiful, it is not romantic. It hurts, because facing your truth hurts more than carrying the comfortable lie you have been holding onto for so long. You will see the choices you made out of fear, the people you accepted only to avoid loneliness, the silences you kept because you lacked courage, the opportunities you missed because you saw yourself as too small. And you will ask, why did I reduce myself so much? The answer is hard, because you did not know who you were, because you were taught to fit in, not to see yourself. Because you inherited fears, insecurities, and beliefs that were repeated so many times that you accepted them as your own, but they were not yours. They never were, and this is where your silent revolution begins. Silent revolutions do not need applause, they do not need an audience. They happen when you choose to be loyal to yourself, when you choose to rest, even if people call you lazy, when you choose silence, even if they call you cold, when you choose truth, even if it costs you a few people, because those who truly deserve you would never ask you to abandon yourself, and this is the first step of healing. Healing is discomfort. Healing is looking in the mirror and saying, I hurt myself trying to please others. It is accepting that nothing will change while you wait for the world to change first. You must change. And everything begins when you stop trying to be understood by others and start understanding yourself. When you stop chasing love outside and begin to grow it inside. When you realize that you are your own safe place, not the storm that drags you away. You begin to notice how you speak to yourself. You begin to see that for years you have been harder on yourself than anyone else has been. You see that what hurt you most was not others, but how much you abandoned yourself because you lacked self. And then, slowly, you rebuild yourself. Not to be admired, not to be perfect, but to be whole. When you become whole, the world loses control over you. No one manipulates someone who has returned home to themselves, and then reactions appear. Some people will find you strange, some will say you have changed, and it is true. You changed because you finally found yourself. You changed because your light exposes the darkness in others. It will hurt, you will feel guilt. You will miss the old you, not because it was good, but because it was comfortable. But comfort is not healing, and staying the same is a slow way of dying. When you finally listen to yourself, you realize something freeing. The problem was never the world. The battle was always inside. It was never about winning against others. It was about stopping the defeat within your own mind. And when that happens, everything shifts. Opinions stop hurting. Criticism stops defining you. People lose access to your peace. You reclaim your center, your strength, your life. You learn to choose with intention, to select environments, energies, people, to understand that distance is protection. Silence is an answer. Absence also speaks. You learn to leave places where your soul does not fit. And with this simple movement, life begins to align again. The world does not change, you change. And when you change, the world responds. The love you have been searching for outside begins to grow within you. The peace that seemed impossible becomes home. The clarity you looked for in thousands of voices appears in your silence. You realize you were never lost. You were simply far from yourself, and now you are returning. If this video reached you today, it might not be by chance. Maybe you are at your limit, at the point where everything feels heavy, tired, confusing. And if that is the case, breathe. It means you have awakened. It means your soul is calling you back. And no one returns the same. Whoever comes back to themselves is reborn, stronger, clearer, more conscious, not to control the world but to control their own heart. And those who control their own heart never live as shadows again. Take a deep breath. This is the moment, not tomorrow, not later now, because nothing changes until the day you decide to return to yourself. If this touched something inside you, write in the comments, "I am returning to myself." It is not just a phrase, it is a commitment to your soul. Like this video so more people can wake up. And if you are in this journey of returning, subscribe to the channel here. You do not walk alone. Here, every word is a step back home. Welcome back. Today, something in you decided to return. And that is enough for your whole life to begin